Hmm. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Soul Alignment channel. I was not going live. I came home. I wasn't feeling good. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take me a nap. But I just got woke up out of my sleep from the funniest thing that I was literally crying, laughing in my sleep. Woke up just like, really, Granny? Really? In order to share this with y'all, I have to tell y'all what happened to me today. And oh man, I just can't stop laughing because yeah, I mean it's a funny message, but also a serious message because it's like, when are we gonna realize that we are the answer? We are the solution to the problem. When are we gonna realize that we're the solution to the problem? Okay. So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened and then I'll tell y'all what is so funny. Okay. And I had to do a live because the short video is too short for me to tell the whole story. So I'm just gonna do this short live. So I went to work today and when I got off, I went in Whole Foods. And so I went and grabbed something out of the hot little buffet thing, and I grabbed a kombucha. And so I went to pay, and I grabbed a few other things. And I went to pay, and I used my EBT card. So I only had one thing that wasn't um, EBT approved, and that was the hot food. And so um, I was like, okay, why is my total $6? And she was like, oh, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. And I was giving her the cash. And then she was like, oh, wait, hold up. I think it might be the kombucha. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I just paid the cash. But then when I was walking off, I was like, you know what? No, because that just don't make no sense. I said, when I go to Sprouts, I can buy the kombucha with the EBT card. So I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm returning it. And it wasn't about the money. I had the money to pay for the drink. It was just the principle of, why is it this way at this store and then it's a different way at another store, which is still, the stores are the same, just different names. They're Whole Food, organic, just, the upscale stores. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to return it. So I go to the customer service counter to return the kombucha. And I tell the girl, I said, hey, I'm going to return this because I was trying to pay for it with my EBT card, but they charged me cash. And she was like, oh, well, I think it's because they have alcohol in it. I was like, no, that's not it, because I can buy from Sprouts with EBT. And so she was like, okay, so she's getting ready to return it. And then she scanned it and she's like, okay, slide your EBT card. And I was like, why would I slide my EBT card when I paid cash? The whole reason why I'm returning it is because it charged me cash when I can use my EBT card. And so she was like, look, I don't know nothing about EBT. I don't know nothing about EBT. And I'm like, first of all, you can lose the attitude. I was like, so she was like, I can just give you cash. And I'm looking, y'all, this irritated me so much. It irritated me because, first of all, I came up to you so pleasant, had no attitude, nothing, wasn't even looking for an explanation. I just simply was saying, hey, I'm going to return this because of this. She was so nasty. And she kept saying, I don't know nothing about EBT. So she gave me my money and then she was trying to give me my receipt. I said, look, you can sit it on the counter. So as I walked out, I was so irritated. And I was like, you know what? That really irritated me. I said, first of all, I didn't ask you if you knew anything about EBT. And she kept saying it in a way like as if she was trying to embarrass me, I guess, or make herself look smart, but she really made herself look stupid. Because I was like, it 1 + 1 don't equal 1. 1 + 1 = 2. And if the store is saying that I can't buy this item with EBT, but I go to return it and it wants to return it as an EBT item, how does that even make sense? First of all, how does that make sense? It don't. So give me my cash. Because you didn't want to let me pay with it with EBT. You made me pay for it with cash. So how are you going to return it as an EBT item if it's not an EBT item? So I was just irritated. I was driving, I was trying to let it go, and I was like, why is this irritating me so bad? It's not about the EBT. It's not about the cash, because I had both. It was just the principle of, okay, is this way at Whole Foods and is this way at Sprouts? How does that make any sense? And then it just took me to just all the injustice in the world and just the system and how the system constantly just screws us over and we just lay down and take it. And so I came home and I took my shower and then I had to let it go. But when my daughter got in the car, I was telling her and I was like, this just really irritated me. This really irritated me. I said, it wasn't about the money. I had the money. It was, first of all, how she tried to handle me. It was how she tried to handle me. You don't know nothing about EBT. She kept saying it like, I don't know nothing about EBT. I said, okay, it's good that you're privileged and you never had to get assistance. That's cool. But why are you giving me all this energy when your job is just to return my item and give me my money? It don't take rocket science to figure out if I paid cash and I come to you and I'm returning my item and your system says that I cannot buy this item with food stamps, how can you return my item to the food stamp card? Make it make sense. And so I come home and I'm taking my shower. I had to let it go after I talked to my daughter. I was like, okay, cool, I'm over it. I get in the shower. It's still coming up. And I'm like, why is this irritating me? It's irritating me for one, because we constantly allow people to just screw over us. Systems, people, we just lay down and we take it. And we don't say nothing. So if I wouldn't have said nothing and I would have slid my card, they was just going to put it back on my EBT card, which they said it wasn't approved for. But no, give me my cash, because that's what I paid and that's why I'm returning it. So then I'm in the shower and it come up again. And I'm like, I get upset at myself because I'm the type of person, I treat people how I want to be treated. So I could make a scene. That never was my thing. I could have got loud. I just told her, look, you can lose the attitude. Lose it. And I left out the store. But then when I got in the shower, of course, all the things that I could have said to her started popping up in my mind. She kept saying, I don't know nothing about EBT. And then I'm in the shower and it's like, oh, but do you know anything about common sense? And I was like, why you didn't think of that when we was in the store? Because we should have said that to her. Because it don't take, it's common sense. That's it. It's common sense. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay? Period. And so I'm taking my nap. I was like, you know what? I don't feel good. I just need to reset. Let me take my nap. Let me recharge. And I'm laying down taking my nap. And I'm in between rounds. And so I've been listening to Michael Jackson Scream. And it talks about just the injustice of this world and how it just makes you want to scream. It just makes you so frustrating. And as I'm laying there and Michael Jackson started playing, I'm thinking about, man, we just lay down and we take it. We lay down and we take the injustice. We, in the system, do it to us because we allow it. We allow it to happen. Like, we allow it to happen. And so I'm laying there, and as I'm thinking about this, my grandma comes and she says, the system has been fucking us without a dick for centuries. I cannot, okay? My grandma, I would have to tell y'all her story. But this thing she said to a bank teller decades ago, okay? My grandmother went to go cash her check, or she went to get money out the bank. And when she got there, all her money was gone. And so the lady was like, oh, yeah, they took all your money because you owe money to the government. And my grandma told the bank teller, she said, oh, so you mean to tell me the government has fucked me without a dick? And excuse my French if I'm not able. That's what she said. Like, they have been screwing us over for centuries, and we just lay down and we take it. Like, I don't understand how stuff happen and people just lay down and take it. You just lay down and take it. Like, when are we really gonna rise up and start standing up for ourselves? Like, the system is just so just whack, just all of it. Just this world, this life, like all of it. Things don't have to be the way that they are, but they are. And it's so disheartening. It's so disheartening. But that woke me up out of my sleep and I could not go back to sleep. I was laughing so hard, about to start crying laughing, and then wanted to cry because I was like, damn, it's so funny, but then it's so true. And it's so true to where it's heartbreaking. To where it's heartbreaking. And I'm just like over it. I'm like, man, look. That thing at the Whole Foods like irritated me so bad. And I was like, it ain't even about the money or the food stamps. It ain't even about that. It's just the principle. Like, make it make sense, lady. Don't try to humiliate me or embarrass me what you thought you was doing, but you wasn't. Okay, you don't know nothing about EBT. Okay, good. You're privileged and you never had to get assistance. Great. Kudos for you. Kudos for you. But there's a lot of people out here who have to get that assistance, who didn't have the privilege to not have to get help. There's many people out here in those situations. So don't sit up on your pedestal thinking that you are better than somebody else. And you're working in a store that you have to deal with people who get EBT. So maybe you might want to learn something about EBT because you work there and you have to encounter people who get assistance. So I just, it's like, come back to y'all heart, man. Like, people are so just, it's so disheartening. It's so disheartening. And it all comes down to people thinking that they're better than you because they have more than you. But that never was me. You can have more or less than me. I look at you the same. It doesn't matter. If you have more than me, you're not better than me. You're not better than me. What is your heart like? How are you showing up in the world? Because the material stuff don't make you nothing. It don't make you who you are. You can have all the money in the world and be a piece of shit. Straight up. I've always been somebody who's been humble, bite my tongue, because it's like, it's not that I can't say what I need to say. I'm always thinking about other people's feelings. Always. But nobody's really caring about yours, so now what? I'm just sick of it. I'm like, man, it's just the little things. It's the little things that continue to happen where I be like, am I the only one who's standing up and saying something? Because when you show up and you correcting people about something that they have done wrong in these workplaces, they're looking at you crazy. They're looking at you like, oh, so you gonna be the one to say something because nobody else ever said anything, and that's the problem. Nobody's speaking up. Whether it be something as simple as somebody messing up your coffee order drink, do you just sit there and drink it? Do you force yourself to drink something that you don't like, or do you just throw it in the trash? Again, you're still wasting your money. It's your money that you worked hard for, and because you don't want to speak up and go say something, you just drink it, or you just eat it, or you just throw it in the trash. And I used to do that in the past. I'll buy something, and because I don't want to irritate somebody or I don't want to make somebody feel uncomfortable, I'll just eat it or throw it away. And I got to the point to where I started to value me, and I started to value my dollar that I worked hard for. I don't care if it's $1. If I paid my money for it and it's not right, you're going to fix it. It can just be something as simple as a fry. If I ordered a fry from McDonald's and that's all I'm getting, my fry should be hot. It should be fresh. Why are you giving me cold fries when that's all I ordered? So I'm going to take it back. And my kids ask all the time, like, Mom, why you always taking stuff back? Because it should be right. It should be hot. Why are you serving people cold food? Why are you serving people just this slop? And we really just lay down and take it. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But I was wondering why I was so irritated, and that's why. That's why. Because we just lay down and we take it. We take whatever they give us. We take it. And I used to, but not no more. I'm standing up and I'm speaking up. If something ain't right, it ain't right. And I'm going to say it. Like, no, stop letting people treat you any type of way. Stop letting people treat you any type of way. Stop just laying down and take it. Get up and say something. I don't care if it's just $1. It's your money. You paid the money for it. Go tell them. Fix it. You go get a drink and the drink ain't right. You go take it back. They mad at you because you brought it back. And they have to remake it. That drink was $6. No, you gonna remake that. Period. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the injustice just in this life. And like, we really have the power to stand up and really make a change. But that change won't start until we start to go within ourselves and value us and honor us and love us and know that we're worthy of more than what we're laying around accepting. Like, that little thing irritated me so bad, and I kept trying to figure out why can't I let this go? That's why. Because it's just the injustice of life, period, and the things that continue to happen in this life that don't have to happen, the things that don't make sense. It just don't make sense. It's like, why is it this way when it don't have to be? It's all the confusion to keep people lost and astray, just all of the chaos, all of the distractions, all of the distractions. And we just, you know what? You know what? It is time for a change. It's time for a change. And that change won't happen until the individual, like, it starts with the individual. And if everybody decided to go within themselves and make the changes that they need to make within themselves, true change will really happen in this world. It really will. Like, the things that constantly, systems and cycles that constantly repeat itself can really change when people decide to go within themselves and change. Be a little kinder. But you can't do that. You can't do that until you do that for yourself. And that young lady, like, I'm wise enough to know I have done enough healing, soul growth to know that what she did had nothing to do with me. But it still didn't stop it from irritating me. It irritated me. And it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the EBT. It wasn't about that. It was the principle of the thing. And instead of you doing your job and seeing that it's very clear and this doesn't make any sense, you want to try to be rude and nasty. Okay, that. So yeah, that's it for me. But I had to hop on here because I could not go back to sleep. I just couldn't. My grandmother had me cracking up laughing. Like, she came through so strong and so clear. With that, she was like, that's why, because the system has been screwing us without a penis for years. And I said it the right way earlier. And I don't know, I always hear people saying, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that online, but it's the truth. Like, it's like, shit, it is. It's the truth. It's facts. It is facts. Like, we have to stop laying down, just allowing people to just do anything to us. Like, stop it. It's time for you to choose you so you can rise up and use your voice. Use your voice. Speak up for yourself. Like, we are in a different time. A time that is time to rise. It's time to choose you. It's time for people to start choosing them. It's time for people to start healing. It's time for people to start taking accountability. It's time for true change. Yes, change has been happening. But I'm talking about a change that's really, really going to show worldwide. Like this, it don't make no sense. Things should not be the way that they are. But here we are, and it's just because people are so disconnected from themselves. They're so disconnected from themselves. And that's why the world is the way it is. That's why. That's why. Because it makes no sense for world hunger to be a thing when you got people walking around in shit, what, $1,000,000 shoes, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars of shoes, and people hungry. Like, that makes no sense. But that's because the greed. That's because people look at it like, oh, well, I had to suffer, so why should I help them? I'm telling you, it's time for people to wake up and go within themselves and open their heart to change. Open their heart to change. Because it just don't make no sense. And it's like, how long is this going to continue to happen? It's going to continue to happen until people go within themselves and really do some soul searching. People are blessed to be a blessing to others. That's really what it is. People were blessed to be a blessing to others. And if everybody had that mindset, nobody would be hungry. Nobody would be on the street. That it wouldn't be a thing. It really wouldn't be. It really wouldn't be a thing. But that's because people's hearts are closed off. They're disconnected from themselves. They're disconnected from their soul. They got out here and they forgot their soul's mission. The divine called them and blessed them. And they rose to the top and forgot their soul's mission. They thought it was, oh, let me go buy 10 cars. Let me go buy 10 cars. Let me have a house with 18 bedrooms and 25 bathrooms and only 2 people living there. Yeah, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah, change is not happening until people change themselves. Period. Change is not happening until people change themselves. It starts with you. Like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. Take a look at yourself and begin to change you, so then true change begins to happen in the world. True change. It's sickening. I was wondering why I kept playing that song. My spiritual team speaks to me through music. And yesterday I started listening to Scream by Michael Jackson. And I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, man, that shit do make you want to scream. It makes you so frustrating. The injustice. Just the way this world is. And it don't have to be. That's the crazy part. It don't have to be. It don't have to be. If people begin to make true change within themselves and start to show up, like, it's not just about you. It's not just about you. And that's the problem. That's the mindset. That's the way people think. Oh, when nobody ain't helped me, I had to struggle. So why should I help them? Or why should I do this? Or why should I do that? That's a lie. The people who you wanted to help may not have helped, but you had help. Somebody helped you. You didn't do it all by yourself. Somebody helped you. Somebody helped you. Oh, you down and you out? You in the midst, you in the slums, as they call it, and the divine finally bless you, and you out of there. You like, oh yeah, I did it. Now it's time to go buy all the cars. It's time to go buy all the clothes and all the shoes and all the things. Oh, I done forgot about that. I done forgot about where I came from. But you were there for a reason. You were there so you wouldn't forget that when you came up, that you can lend that helping hand to somebody else to make a change. And then it begins to be a ripple effect. But no, the ripple effect is the other way. The cycle just keeps going the same old way. Oh, wait, I done made it. Oh, God gave me this vision. God gave me this vision and say, oh, I'm going to build this house and I'm going to help kids. And then you get this money. You build this house and you ain't helping no kids. That's just the example. That's just the example. It's a real life example, but it's the example. That's what people do. God give them the vision. He tell them what to do. And then they make it to where the divine promised them they was going. And they forget about that true vision. And this has happened more than once. This has happened more than once. And I'm telling y'all now, the divine is tired of that. These systems, I'm telling y'all, these systems, the way this world is and the way people showing up in it, is about to begin to crumble. A new world order, for real, is coming because it's time for true change. It's time for true change. And what y'all seeing now is a result of people who have forgotten what the divine told them. That's what y'all saying. This is the result of what y'all saying. It's just a bunch of people who was given a vision, who was blessed to be a blessing, and they forgot. Once they got up there, they forgot what their soul's mission was. And that's just a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. I said what I said, and I meant it. I meant it. And that really ain't the words of me. It's the words coming from up above, okay? Facts. I be wondering sometimes, I'm like, you know what? The irritation of this life sometimes, yeah, a lot of it have to do with things that I went through. The injustice in my own life, but then it's a global thing. It's beyond me. Y'all think that, oh, we're just tired, we're just frustrated. What do you think the universe is tired? Mother Nature is tired. Y'all seeing the results of it. True change needs to happen. And that true change needs to start with you and me. Nothing's going to change until you change. Nothing is going to change until you change. And my patience is thin because I'm like, I know it can be done. I know it can be done because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I know it can be done because I see people doing it. I see people doing it. So it's time to wake up and go within yourself. Stop making excuses for yourself. It doesn't matter how you was raised, how you was, what was your circumstances. None of that matters. None of it matters. None of it matters. Your mom or your dad didn't show up. None of it matters. You matter. And you have the power within yourself to change. Oh man. You like, oh, it's I mean, the world is big. What can I do? I'm just one person. Start to change you. Start to have compassion for you so you can have compassion. Start to forgive you so you can forgive others. It's simple. It's simple. This life was meant to be simple. You know what? These tears are for me, and these tears are for so many others. This life is heavy. But I'm telling y'all, like, we can do it. We can do it. If we begin to work on us, stop worrying about everything outside of you. Stop worrying about everything outside of you. Change starts with you. Change starts with you. Nobody's coming to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for you. Choose you. Nobody else is choosing you. You choose you. I always wanted just for people to see me. Just to see me. To see my heart. To see me and hear me. To hear my heart. And I've got glimpses of people who actually seen me, but for the bulk of it, it was a whole bunch of people who didn't see me, who wanted to make their perceptions and their, project their stuff onto me. And hey, that's cool. I didn't let it define me. I didn't let it destroy me. I didn't let it break me. I rose up and I chose to keep deciding to be a better version of me. And my golden rule, hell, the platinum rule has always been for me. Treat people how you want to be treated. But then I had to rise up and decide to start treating me how I wanted people to treat me. And so then that's where I began to start cutting people off. That's when I decided that, hey, no, if nobody is going to show up for me the way I'm showing up for me, then hey, I don't want it. If people are not going to show up for me the way I've been showing up for them, then hey, I don't want it. I don't want it. This message is going so many different places. Like, I wasn't planning to get on here and be on here this long. I wasn't planning to get on here and cry. But hey, here we are. Here we are. I know, just like me, the heaviness that I feel often, that I go within myself and I alchemize. I know that heaviness is the heaviness that's out there, is within me, the universe, all these, like, I'm feeling the same thing I'm feeling, the divine is feeling. I'm tired of it, the divine is tired of it. It's time for true change. It's time for true change. And it's coming. People are rising up, okay? People are awakening to them. People are tired of being tired. True change is coming. And I know true change is coming because guess what? It's within me. And it's within so many other people. It's within so many other people. I was fine. just minding my own business, just being in my little shell. It was like, okay, you wanted to put me out here and have me hidden for so long, and I was okay with being hidden. And now it's like, no, it's time. It's time. It's time. And I'm just trusting more. I'm just showing up more. I'm just being authentically who I am. I'm on this live right now, hot, my arms sweating. Look at my armpits, my shirt all wet. Like, it don't even matter. Like, for me, it's the not, it don't even matter no more. I'm showing up. I'm answering the call. I'm answering the call to my soul's mission. And it's time for you to wake up and answer to the call to your soul's mission. It's time for you to get into alignment to what your soul came here to do. The time is now for the souls to come into alignment, to know what your soul's mission is. This is that call. This is the call to soul alignment. And when you get into alignment, you're no longer trying to justify. You're no longer trying to condemn other people because what they're doing doesn't look like what you're doing. Soul alignment looks like, oh, I'm here to do this. I'm here to be a Christian. I'm here to be a Muslim. I'm here to be a Buddhist. I'm here to be on this path of self-discovery and healing, what they call the spiritual journey. Every soul has an assignment. So for all the people that's out there judging and condemning and making people feel bad or making people feel like they're on the wrong path, figure out what your path is. Figure out what your path is. Because I'm going to tell you this. This is how you know when you're out of alignment with your soul and what your soul came here to do. When you are trying to convince somebody that where you are is where you're supposed to be and where they're supposed to be. You're out of soul alignment when somebody is sharing their story and you're judging and condemning or making them feel bad about where they are on their journey. You're out of alignment if you're irritated by something that somebody is saying. You're out of alignment. I don't have to change what I'm talking about or what I'm saying is happening on my journey because you're irritated by what I'm saying and saying, oh, God wouldn't say that, or God wouldn't do that, or this is not of God and that's not of God. You're out of alignment when you are irritated by what somebody is saying. So if you're irritated by what somebody is saying, guess what? Go look within yourself and figure out why you're irritated. Because when you do that, guess what? You're going to go into a spiritual awakening. Something's going to shake within you because it's already been shaken and stirred. Because if you're in alignment, and I'm talking about, let's just say, spirituality, right? And you're a religious person. If I'm talking about spirituality and you're like, oh, that's not of God, or that's, you know what I'm saying? God doesn't do astrology or this and that. If that's your thought process and that's what you do when I'm talking about my own journey, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just simply sharing my experience. And you're irritated, you're not in soul alignment. Your soul is probably calling you up out of that religion. That's probably what's happening. That's probably what's happening. You know what? As I'm sitting here, I'm like, hold up. I'm straight up channeling because I was not getting on here to talk about any of this. But I guess it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about. Soul alignment. It's time for every soul to get into alignment. It's time for every soul to get into alignment. It's time. I was talking to my niece and we was just sharing, right? So she's talking to her cousin, which is my other niece, who's a Muslim. And she was like, when I talk to her, like, she don't make me feel bad about where I am on my journey, or it's not like she's trying to convince me that I should be a Muslim. She's just wanting me to be me. I said, because she's in alignment. She know her soul's mission. She know her soul's mission. So of course she's gonna honor you where you at, because she wants you to be in alignment with your soul. That's what alignment looks like. So if you don't know what alignment looks like, that's what it looks like. If something irritates you, if somebody's not trying to convince you or change you, and they're just sharing their story, and you're irritated, you're out of alignment. Period. Because when you are in alignment and you know your soul's mission, you're not trying to convince anybody that that's where they're supposed to be. You just existing in what you came here to do. I know that now. Because when I came out of Christianity, I had a lot of people trying to convince me why I was wrong. But then I met some very beautiful souls who were Christians, and they still loved me. They still showed up for me. I was able to talk about whatever I wanted to talk about my experience, and they held space. They showed unconditional love. They saw my light in who I am. It wasn't about the title. You know why? Because they were in alignment with their soul's mission. When you're in alignment, you are not trying to convince anybody that they're wrong and you're right. You're just living your life, existing, living your best life, enjoying yourself. Okay? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. It doesn't matter. You know, people say universe, people say God, people say the divine, the most high. If you're irritated by what somebody is saying, oh, why are they saying universe? Why are they saying God? He have a name. Like, if you're irritated, it's under the same umbrella. That's that person's journey, and that's how they resonate with the divine. Why does that irritate you is the question. Why is it irritating you? It ain't about that person. If you're irritated, it's about you. So go within yourself and see what your soul is trying to tell you. See what your soul is trying to tell you. Even before I came to this place of awareness and understanding and understanding, even before I got here, my soul and my heart has just been what it is. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know. I didn't see me. I didn't trust me. But even in me not trusting me and me not seeing me, I still showed up with a pure heart to people, never trying to make people feel bad about where they was at. I just look back and I reflect. I have this one soul sister friend, and me and her was talking. We was in Christianity together, and she was sharing her experience where she was talking about how she had demonic experiences where she was seeing things. And I told her, I said, I've never experienced anything like that. And what I know is different from what you know. I said, but I can't tell you that you didn't experience that. You experienced it. I said, but here's what I think. I said, I think because you believe this, you believe that this is something that can happen to you, you experience this. I said, but just because it haven't happened to me, who am I to tell you that this did not happen to you? How can I tell you what you're experiencing is not real? It's real for you. And that's the heart. That's what people need to be at. Like, stop judging people because you didn't experience something, or you're not going through something, or you don't even have a clue to what that experience is like. You want to try to convince that person that they're wrong. because you never experienced it. That is crazy to me. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Just because you haven't experienced something don't mean that it's not real for somebody else. It's like I get on here, yes, and I talk about how, yes, I know for me, in my reality, and probably in a lot of other people's reality, this is hell. Earth. This is hell. This world. We're living in it. But for some people, they believe that, hey, hell is a place that they're going to when they die. And they have that experience. That's why you have the stories of people talking about, oh, they had near death experiences and they were in hell. They experienced hell. You know why? Because they believe that. They believe it in their mind and in their heart that that's the place that they're going to experience. So they experience it. And for somebody who know that this is hell, when I die, I know I'm going back to the divine. I'm going back into the universe where I come from. They have that experience. So it's all about your thought process. It's all about what you believe. It's what you experience in this life. That's a fact. But I have always been somebody who have honored people where they are. Honor people where they are. That's your experience. I'm not trying to convince you of something different. And as the more that I open my heart, the more I go within myself and I start to honor me, I'm able to honor people better, even better now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I didn't always get it right. Of course, I was in a space where I felt the same way. But I had to go through that experience to realize, like, oh, so that's what that is. I had this experience, and I'm trying to convince these people that what they're experiencing, it shouldn't be that, because I was shown that it shouldn't be that. No, this is my journey. This is my experience. This is my soul's journey. Everybody's don't look like mine, and that's okay. And in the midst of me awakening to me, the divine allowed me to have experiences with people who were on totally different paths from me and experience unconditional love. And for us to hold space for each other, respect each other, to love each other. They can share their story. They can say God. They can say whatever they want. I can say universe. Nobody was irritated. Nobody was trying to change the other. We just existed. We coexisted in the same space, with unconditional love being the root of it. We are not here to convince people of what they so chose to come here and experience that is wrong. We just here to live our lives, have our experience, and hold space for people. And I'm learning that even as a mom. Like, my prayer has been for me to parent the way that my kids need me to show up for them in alignment with their soul's mission. Because their mission may look totally different from mine. May look totally different. Their beliefs may be totally different from mine. And that has not been easy. Trust me, it has not been easy. Because for so long I was like, that's been a whole experience all in itself. But I've slowly been like pulling back my energy in the ways that I see that I need to, and allowing them to be free in their soul's journey. Because I can think I have it all figured out as a mom because I'm their mom. I want what's best for you. I'm telling you this because I want what's best for you. Don't do that. Don't do this. But we know, even from our own experience, from our own journey, that don't work. Because our parents tried to do the same thing, and we went the way that we were meant to go. We had to experience the things that we were meant to experience, and some of those things was heartbreak. Some of those things was, you know what I'm saying, trauma experiences that our parents didn't want for us, but it was what our soul needed for our soul's mission. It was a part of our soul's mission to experience those things. And as bad as they were, as heartbreaking as they were, like, it made me the person that I am today. But I know the things that I experienced made, I know that my mom didn't want me to experience those things, but I experienced them. So it's the same thing for my kids. Like, as a parent, I have allowed my kids to have their freedom in being who they are, and sitting with them and really, like, you think you know your child, but do you really know them? Do you know what their soul came here to experience? You don't. You don't. So I'm learning how to hold space for them. I'm learning how to be there in a way that they need for their soul journey. For them to be in alignment. Because why? I want that for myself. I want to be in alignment with my soul, what I came here to do. And I know I went through my experiences, and my experiences brought me to this place. So with my daughter, it's like, I don't want you to experience these things. I don't want you to go through this. Like with the friendship thing. It brings up things for me in the past, because she's dealing with this thing where, she meet friends and she have these friends, and, it's not an equal exchange in energy. You know what I'm saying? Things keep happening. She's like, why did this keep happening to me? Like, why I show up, I care for people the way that I want them to care for me. And, I'm being there, I'm talking to them, I'm trying to communicate with them and understand what's going on, but they won't communicate with me, or they're shutting me out. It brings up so many things for me, because I'm like, girl, I understand. And I keep telling her, like, just cut them off. Like, just be done with them. Like, just leave them alone. And she keeps going back. And I'm like, why do you keep going back? And then I had to realize, like, oh, because you have to learn a lesson. It's something that your soul needs to grow. But in every experience, she has handled each experience different each time. I see how much she have grown, but she don't see it. She just still saying, like, I keep facing the same thing. I keep facing the same thing. So, yeah, I guess I shared that because it needed to be shared. Like, even in raising our kids, like, I would, because it's easy to do that outside of you and outside of your family with your kids. It's easy to allow other people to be, on their soul's mission and in alignment with what their soul came to do. But when it comes to our kids, we want to try to control that. We want it to be how we think it should go. Your kid keep telling you, like, hey, I don't like school. I don't like school. And instead of you trying to find the other alternative of what's going to fit that kid, it's like, no, you're going to school because I said so, and I have to go to work, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. It's like, you know what? Let me see. Let me see if I can figure something else out. Because school may not be for that kid. School may not be for that kid. There's other options. But I mean, I don't even know why I went there, but I mean, I know why I went there, but yeah, I know why I went there, because apparently somebody gonna need to hear it. But I'm experiencing that with my own son, so I know. It's like, he keeps saying it every school year. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And because I have to work, then you have to go. You have to go because this is the way it's supposed to be. And it's like, no. So this time around, like, I'm like creating a life and a reality where both of us can be in alignment with what our soul came here to do. Right? I can be home with him. I can help him doing homeschool, and I can work from home doing the things that I love. I can create a job that I can make my own schedule and be here for my son to support him in his soul's journey, what his soul came here to do. It's like, we experience this life and we went through things, I know for me, I can speak for myself. I didn't like being forced to do things. I didn't like school either when I was younger. So of course when my son's saying that, I feel that with every fiber in my being. Like I couldn't stand it for many reasons. Um, but I felt that. So to have to make him go because I felt like I didn't have a choice, it broke my heart. You know, because it was like you didn't even like it, and you don't like being forced to do something that you don't want to do. Your son have a voice. He's speaking to you. Listen to him. Is what my soul telling me. Listen to him. You got everything in you to make this work where both of y'all are in alignment. Where both of y'all are in alignment. Like our kids are speaking to us and telling us exactly what they need. And we're just doing the same thing to them that our parents did to us. And the cycle just keep repeating itself. Because we want to say, oh, you're just a child. You don't know what you want. You don't know what's best for you. I know what's best for you. But those kids come here with a soul blueprint. They come here with a soul's mission. And sometimes that's going against what the parent think that they knows what's best. Sometimes it's going against that. So you look at the rebellion and the kids like, you know, and you say, oh, they just want to do what they want to do. They want to be grown. They want to be this. They want to be that. They came here to have an experience that you are not clear about. And you know why you're not clear about it? Because you're not clear about your own soul's mission. You were controlled. You wasn't able to live out your soul mission freely. You had restrictions. All the things that you didn't like, you are now doing to your child. All the things you didn't like, you're now doing to your child. History repeating itself. So y'all want to talk about cycles and history repeating itself and breaking generational curses? That's one to start with. Look at how you was raised, and then look at how you're raising your kids, and then the cycle just keep repeating itself. You wasn't allowed to speak your truth. You wasn't allowed to express yourself. And then you have kids and you show up and you do the same thing to them. It's a cycle, generational curse repeating itself. But when you decide to raise up and say, you know what, let me just hear them. Let me stop looking at them as just a kid. Maybe they're on to something. Maybe their soul is speaking out. They're saying something that's worth me listening to. That's a whole nother life. That's a whole life by itself because that's my experience. Like, for real. For real. For a long time, felt like I was a horrible mom. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And even though the results and how I showed up for my kids didn't equal how I was feeling, it was my own insecurities. It was my own trauma that I feel like, oh, I didn't get these things, so how could I be giving them these things? And then I just look over my journey of being a mom, which started very early, to now, and how I parent them in a way of tapping into my own inner child and like, okay, I wanted to be seen and heard. I didn't want to be made to feel like I didn't know what I wanted or what I was talking about. I didn't want to be made to feel that way. You know, I wanted the adults around me to hear me. Stop shunning me. Stop making me feel like what I'm feeling is wrong. Stop making me feel like, oh, you're just a kid. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, I didn't want that. I didn't like it. It's not, I didn't want it. I didn't like it. I got it. So then I started to do something different with my own kids. And yes, I still have my moments where I'm like, look, so now the relationship looks very different. It's like I can say what I need to say, I can tell you what I think is the best outcome for the situation. But at the end of the day, you still have the freedom to make your choice and have your experience. And I have to just be here to be that safe space for you to land. Not to say I told you so, not to do that. It's to be there and just really hold space. And I didn't get here overnight, and I'm still working on it. But it's like, even with our kids, like, because we want to do stuff outside of us. We can help people outside of us. We can give people all this advice and, talk about it. But when it comes to us and the people that's close to us, like our kids, it's hard for us to follow our own guidance in that area. So, mm, this live went many places, but many places I didn't know it was going. But I feel lighter. What needed to be shared was shared. Um, yeah, we're really just in a time and space for true change. And that change starts with us. And we're only able to do for others what we're able to do for ourselves. And that's a fact. It may look like you're doing for others, but if you're not doing that for yourself, it's not genuine, it's not authentic. It's you doing it and you're looking for something in return. Yeah, it's you doing it and somebody owe you something. Yeah. So the true change starts within. And yeah, it's time to face the man, woman in the mirror and make the change that you want to see in the world. Start to make those changes within yourself. Start making those changes for yourself. Start with you, and then, like for me, I'm starting with me, and then the next thing closest to me is with my kids. And then it's outside of that, right? In the neighborhood. Then out. But it's so you go within and then you work outward. So, yeah, that's it. But I love how they woke me up out of my sleep with that comedy. My grandma is hilarious. And I don't, it's funny. She don't come through often, but baby, when she came through today, she came through. She came through so funny. And I will not forget that experience because I was laughing so hard in my sleep. I had to get up. I was like, I can't even go back to sleep after this, Granny. Like, what? What? Like, why you had to come through so strong? Shoot. But I got up, I laughed, I cried, I shared some beautiful messages, and it was not planned. So I know it was divinely guided, which is what I kind of been asking for. Like, hey, how do I know when this is, is not me trying to make something happen? It's like, you'll know. And guess what? Here I am. I know, right? So yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here and peace, love, and light. Y'all have a beautiful day and just wake up and decide to show up for you, be the change that you want to see in the world. It starts with us, and then it's a ripple effect after that. And true change is, it's coming. It's here. It ain't coming. It's here. Like, it's here. I'm telling y'all, it is here. It's here. Yeah. So, peace, love, and light. Y'all have a beautiful day or night. Oh, I don't even know what time it is. I'm like, I just wanted to take a nap and just be sleeping. And they come waking me up. But all right, y'all. I'm off of here. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Absolutely nothing that makes sense. Okay.